Hey, it's Angelique here from Yoga by Angelique. And thank you for joining me for the third installment of my course series that initially didn't start as a series, but it sort of just evolved into this thing that I want to do because the core is so important. It's such an important component to a healthy body, a strong body, and to your yoga practice. So, what I want to do is that I want to let you know is that in this installment we're going to have about 10 postures or actions that 10 or so, give or take, each one lasting 1 minute. I have a timer here, so I'm going to be sure not to go over because these are really tough. And I hope that you enjoy it, and I hope that you do this over and over again, and really, and I hope that it really helps you, build a stronger core so that you can move forward in your practice. Okay, so what we're going to do for the first one, well, for at least half of them, is that we're going to lay on our backs. And the first thing I want you to do is that I want you to really, really draw that navel into the spine where your lower back is pressed into the mat. Just like really like, whatever you have to do to get it in there so that you feel that activation. Then I want you to take both legs straight up toward the ceiling, point your toes towards your face. Then I want you to peel your shoulders from the mat and reach for those toes. That's the action that you're going for right now. You're going to press, reaching for those toes. You don't have to touch them. Just reach for them and really dig deep as you go into this. So we're going to start right now for 1 minute. And just dig deep and breathe. A good exhale on each reach. On each reach, exhale. Keep those shoulders raised. Throat open because you're working your core, not your neck. "30 seconds in already. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. And then lower your shoulders to the mat. Bring your knees in towards your chest and roll around. Take your legs back up. Draw that navel in again. Really pressing that low back into the mat. Peel those shoulders from the mat. Open throat, nice long back, neck. Take those arms out to the side. Take one leg down to a hover and then alternate. And you're going to do this very slowly with control for 1 minute, starting now. Dig deep. You got this. "30 seconds down already. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring both legs straight up. Keep that navel drawn in, those shoulders up. Lower the legs to a hover. And this time we are going to do crisscross for 1 minute, starting now. Dig deep. Open throat. Got this. 30 seconds down. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. And then lower your shoulders to the mat and bring your knees in toward your chest. Whew. And breathe. Okay, let's get on with it. Keep your knees, your legs here at 45 degrees. Extend one leg out. Peel your shoulders from the mat, and you're going to cycle straight out, starting now. Dig deep. Thirty seconds down. Keep those shoulders lifted. Nice and slow. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that a hover and bring your knees in and lower your shoulders to the mat. Whew. We're going to cycle again, but this time we're going to do it with a circular motion. Okay. Start with really digging deep and drawing that navel into your spine. Bring your knees up to 45 degrees. Peel those shoulders from the mat. And this time you're going to do it in a circular motion. Okay? Starting now. Nice and slow and controlled. Using no momentum. All core. And a little bit more body work as well. Thirty seconds down. You got this? Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at a hover and bring it in towards your chest. Oh, whew. Oh. We're more than halfway there. You got this, you got this. Now, bring your feet to the mat. Come to a seated position, sort of leaning back because we're going to go into Navasana. To everybody's chagrin, I'm sure. Sort of lean back with your hands behind you. Be sure that you have your chest lifted and open. You can lift one leg and then the other, and then hold it there. You can hold behind your thighs if you want to. You can have your hands out to your side, and draw the navel in and your thighs toward each other, and start now. Keep that chest lifted. You can straighten if you want to. Go into your low boat for the last 30 seconds. Shoulders lifted, neck open, throat open. Thighs drawn in toward each other, navel drawn in toward your spine. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there for a second. Oh, and then lower everything back to the mat. Whew. I honestly did not know if I was going to make it through that, but I had to. I have to save face, and I have to lead you guys on a charge. Whew. Lay there for, let's take a few seconds here, a few breaths here to rest. Then we're going to turn over because you have to have balance. So we did all that core work on the front. So we need to do we need to stretch it out, and we need to do a little bit of back work. So first, what I want you to do is I want you to just lay down. And then I want you to have your forehead to the mat. And I want you to raise your upper body from the mat with your arms straight ahead like Superman. Then raise your lower body from the mat for locust pose and Superman. And then let's go. Pull your arms back into goal pose for the last 30 seconds. Really lift. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there, and then lower down to your cheek. Whew. Now come back to center. Bring your forearms to the mat. Draw your navel in towards your spine. Have your elbows directly beside your chest. Draw your thighs in toward each other, pressing the tops of your feet into the mat, and really press into the palms of your hands and to those forearms for Sphinx pose. And breathe. Almost there, people. We got this. If you need a little bit more, you can straighten those arms. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower back down to the mat. Go to your other cheek. Whew. Come up to your tabletop. This action we will not be performing for a full minute. We're just going to do 10 on each side. And what we're going to do, is that we're going to raise up. We're in tabletop first of all. So in tabletop, like I cue every time, is that this should be an active pose. You're not just hanging out here. Anything worth doing is worth doing right. So really press, and like spread those fingertips, really press into the palms of those hands. Externally rotate those biceps. The crook of your elbows should be facing forward. Those index fingers should be pointed to 12 o'clock. Your knees should be directly below your hips. Draw that navel into the spine, and your back should be nice and open. Like you should have a nice wide back. Then what I want you to do is I want you to curl your toes, and I want you to lift your knees from the mat. And then we're going to start with the left leg. Take it back, straight up, and then bring it in towards your chest. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. And then lower back to your knees. And just move around. Let that one go. Go back into your active tabletop. Curl your toes. Extend that right leg back and curl it in. And go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. And then lower your knees. And sit back into your child's pose. Okay, so one more thing before we go back, lay back down to the floor, is that although what I'm about to show you is a lower body, like we're going to be strengthening those quadriceps, it still takes core work to hold yourself up in this pose. So you're going to take your feet out, maybe a foot and a half away from the wall, and then press your bottom against the wall and your entire back. Take your feet out as far as you need to get into that 90 degree, to that 45 degree angle. And then, hold on 1 second, I want to be sure that we only hold it for a minute. Take the feet out, slide down 90 degrees. You can have your hands straight out. You can have them on your hips. You can have them on those nice strong quadriceps. Whatever you want to do, just do it, but do it for 60 seconds right now. Whew. And really breathe and really draw that navel in. Have that back flat against the wall. Oh, you got this. You can do anything for 60 seconds. Yes. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand up. Best way you can. Let's go back to the mat. Lay back on your back. Bring your knees into your spine. Roll around. Keep those knees nice and tight into your chest. Take your arms out to the side. And then drop your knees to one side. Oh. And we'll be here for a minute on this side. Seems like to me, if you can do all that work for a minute each, that you're at least entitled to this slice of heaven for a minute on each side. Oh. You did it. You made it through. It was tough. Oh, but you will reap the rewards. Just keep it up. You know, like you don't even have to do the entire video. Just do a few of the exercises that are on here. I don't know if you could call them all postures, but just do a few of them, or do one. Just like concentrate on one every day, and then just build up whatever feels good for you. This is all about you. It has nothing to do with me. I'm just a guide. That's all I am. But I hope that you find what I have guided you toward. I hope you find it beneficial. One more full breath. Bring your knees back to center. And then drop them off to the other side. This way. Ooh. Just breathe. It's amazing what you can accomplish in under 25 minutes. That was a lot of hard work. Three more full breaths. Oh, come back to center. Oh, squeeze your knees back into your chest one more time. Oh. Then roll over to your favorite side. Press up into your easy seated position. Oh. I'm going to situate myself here. Oh, I want to thank you so much for allowing me to guide you on your stronger core journey. This has been an absolute pleasure for me, and I hope that you find it equally as pleasurable, and that you grow from this, that you really benefit from this and the other videos in my series. With love and gratitude, thank you so much. Namaste.